Welcome to the BLITZ-2 case study. We're going to cover the three aspects in creating BLITZ-2, from pre-production to the shoot day and finally to post-production. The point of this is to show you that having a director working hands-on throughout the whole production process can not only yield a more creative and dynamic workflow, but it can also give you far more when working within tighter financial constraints. The first area I was involved in was the basic concept stage of the commercial. We developed 8 ideas and boarded them out, each of them having very different approaches in terms of tone and game-specific cues. From these ideas, the client really liked the direction of one, and this was our path for the next round of development. Knowing the budget was tight, we developed 2 approaches that would give a big visual impact. After exploring these 2 ideas, one was chosen. This idea demanded a constantly moving camera, and therefore simple storyboards would not properly describe our ideas. Therefore, I set about making a very rough 3D previs, complete with music, sound effects, to flesh out the idea.
When America goes to church, we go to war. While they pray for salvation, we play for survival.
This previs really set out the pace and look, an overall feel for the commercial. We then went to Florida and filmed the commercial.
Here we go. Pictures up. Quiet, please. Roll sound.
And action.
Game up, always taking you behind the scenes. This time, we're on the set for the commercial for BLITZ-2. Lawrence Taylor's featured in the game. We're going to talk to him. We're going to talk to the director and a few other people involved in the commercial shoot. Let's check that out now.
Guys, y'all gonna love me. I'm a sweetheart. I'm actually a sweetheart. Yeah.
Exactly what is it that you have Lawrence Taylor doing in this commercial? Give us sort of the treatment.
Well, what he's doing is he's being like a preacher to the stadium. And as the commercial goes forward, the stadium is becoming more and more alive with lights and all the displays and the jumbotron at the back. And as he's preaching, these lights all come alive and you get the lights going over him. And you're going to see this huge stadium. And why we're shooting on such a wide-angle lens with a green screen is that we can whip around him and get a massive perspective change. We were lighting it so we could light up his eyes, and he had this amazing, determined strength and look to it all. And I think it really brought a lot to it.
And every religion has its judgment day.
This project was shot using the Red camera, and therefore I could immediately take the data and start editing. There were no film costs, no dailies, and no transfer costs. And after the final animation and compositing were completed, a final color correction could be done to balance out the spot. We continued to refine our edit in the normal manner, updating our edits until we found the best balance of performance, action, and message. Occasionally we would reference our earlier animatic to see if we were missing anything in the transition to using the real live-action plates. Being able to edit allowed me to try many different ideas quickly, without the transcription of going through another person. Therefore, I could get more edits to the client for feedback in a shorter period of time. This enabled us to avoid the lengthy delays in the approval circle, and allow me to concentrate on the edit, and most importantly, keep the cost overhead of the edit down also. We start with what we shot, the green screen with LT, and we do various processes to make it work for us, and to remove the studio that we shot in. First, we remove the green screen and make a basic matte. You can still see all of the surrounding parts from the set, so remove those with the garbage masks. Now we have a nice, clean LT, ready for the next compositing step. In the preceding weeks before the shoot, we'd been working along with the client to develop a full CG stadium, which was based on one of the stadiums seen in the game itself. This went through various looks and approvals before solidifying. Again, we were efficient to utilise high-speed off-site render farms, which substantially lowered the CG development costs. As soon as we had a locked edit, we began 3D tracking each of the shots. This allows us to match the CG camera to the movement of the live-action camera, allowing us to move around LT as if we were in the stadium with him. The 3D stadium isn't finished there. We then add things like the jumbotron screens, searchlights, a night sky, and some stadium lights. We then take the LT plate we'd been previously working on and start compositing him into the shot, making various adjustments to make him sit in the image properly. When all of this is working, we finally add some night haze, lens flares, and glows from the surrounding spotlights. And there we have the finished shot. This represents one of 16 shots. Having my own recording studio allows me to easily put together sound and music ideas for tests, animatics, or the finished commercial. Also, when working with composers, it allows me to give them rough ideas to elaborate on. In some cases, I created the complete sound design and mixed it to final delivery. Overall, it is another tool that can allow me to try different ideas in a short period of time, significantly reducing the sound design costs. To summarise, I was involved in all aspects of pre-production, live action and post-production. This project was successfully completed with a significantly reduced budget which still allowed our agency partner to maximise profitability without compromising quality or impact the creative process. Its completion was only feasible due to the efficient workflow we designed. Indeed, I feel this process helped the creative meet its goals in a much easier fashion whilst lowering the overall creative costs. Moving forward, I see the industry heading towards using directors that are actively involved in all aspects of the creation of the commercial. I hope you gained some insight into how I like to work and how I feel future projects will be successfully completed. Thank you for watching.